a single lady. All a single lady.
No Bigfooters or Sasquatch were harmed during the filming of this video. Just their pride. Hey my little Squatch monsters! Welcome to part 4 of my special Off the Rictor 4-part series on the greatest Bigfoot hoaxer to come out of Canada since Todd Standing. It's Steve Isdahl! Yeah, and as promised, I will be going over his book. In the meantime, I have a little book on Steve Isdahl, my little Bigfoot book. And it even has some pretty amazing artwork too. Now, let's see, my little Squatch monsters, who this book belongs to. Turning the page, story time. My little Bigfoot book belongs to Matt Moneymaker.
What?
This one's for you, Matt. All right, you ready, boys and girls? Do you like Bigfoot hoaxer Steven Isdahl? I do not like him, this Stephen Goomball. I do not like Bigfoot hoaxers, big and small. Do you watch gaslighting videos by Isdahl? His whining voice is truly abysmal. It's the sound of an uneducated Neanderthal.
Those are the facts.
The Day Sasquatch Became Real for Me by Steven Isdahl. If I'm going to read that awful book, I'm gonna need more alcohol. I'd rather read Missing 411 by that other Bigfoot oddball. This is Pulitzer Prize winning, by the way, just letting you know. I do not like this Steven Isdahl. I do not like Bigfoot hoaxers big and small. Isdahl says he doesn't care if anyone believes him. That's because YouTube is a hoaxer's free-for-all. For example, Bigfoot hoaxers are a dime a dozen. Steve Isdahl, Rick Dyer, and Stacy Brown. The difference is Stacy and Rick are better looking than this leather-faced Canadian clown. Anyone can make a video with a pretty landscape. Instead, we have an evolutionary throwback telling you Bigfoot is real in his book of crap. Steven Isdahl is just another egomaniac. There you have it. Welcome to the show. Let's get started. Hey my little Squatch monsters, it's time to shake up the Bigfoot community. This is Off the Rictor.
It is not easy to constantly produce Bigfoot stuff.
Because I'm gonna film one today for you, I think. Maybe not physically like as we know it, but like where you could see it really good.
Oh boy, here we go. Make sure your seats are raised and tray tables locked in the upright position. This is a show where I roast Bigfoot attention whores and hoaxers and Bigfoot superstars. Like me.
Bigfoot is like cancer, in my opinion.
Did she just say Bigfoot's like cancer? Oh, honey. Bless her heart.
No. Bigfoot is not like cancer at all.
He looked like a Neanderthal man with a lot of hair. About 800 pounds. Massive.
God! Is everyone in Bigfooting a hoaxer?
Yes.
You want your Bigfoot video to be seen? Now's your chance.
You know, believe what you want. Believe what you want, run with it. Find your evidence, get what you're doing. Just don't be a dick.
Well, you haven't seen nothing yet. Let's be honest here, guys. I refuse to believe in Bigfoot. See? He just confessed! Ah! But I think it's real. Not because of these stupid white people making Bigfoot videos on YouTube. The truth with Sasquatch lies with the Native Americans. And it's my job to point out the Bigfoot.
Rocky Dingo.
Previously on Off the Rictor.
The bottom line is the study is what it is, whether science likes it or not.
The DNA tested was human, bear, and canine. Read geneticist Dr. Haskell Hart's book, Who Did the DNA Work? He is a Harvard-educated doctor, which knocks Dr. Ketchup for Brains down a notch.
If you want to support this channel, I get a lot of people pounding. I will put a PayPal link at the bottom, and I will accept donations to keep this going. I do have to make a living, you guys.
Give till it hurts. Hallelujah.
You'll have somebody forward you some email of some mindless inbred prick bitching about me in a video, and then I kind of want to drive over, find them, and punch them in the face.
That's me.
You don't have to email me. I don't need anybody to email me. You go ahead and you keep emailing me. If you actually put a harness on your face with infrared camera on your face and bounce yourself around in the woods and talk to a camera and dress the crowd like they're a room full of grade 4 students, you know what I'm about to say.
Shut up!
When a grown man says to you, oh, did you hear about so-and-so? They're putting gerbils up their asses.
Now we're talking. This is the good shit.
I think you're smoking hot and sexy and I want to put a guinea pig up your ass.
No, no, your penis would be just fine, thank you very much. But if only it measured up to my standards.
I think I told him I wanted to sexually violate him with the guinea pig.
Dude! Ah!
In case you didn't see how big it was, you know what, jam it up your ass, you weren't there.
I'm glad I wasn't. What is this? How to hunt gerbils?
Is there somebody out there that's gonna kill you? Tell me who they are. Tell me who the killers are.
No one is killing anybody in Bigfoot, you dumb Canuck. Stop gaslighting. God. Maybe it's homicidal gerbils who are pissed off that they've been Steve Isdahl.
The good people outnumber the bad now.
Now, are they the ones with or without the gerbils? I'm confused.
You have to pull your heads out of your asses, redirect your energy and your focus, and put it there.
Is that where the gerbil is?
I was in a cabin one time that was getting slapped so hard at the top of the outside of the back wall, it was shaking the stove.
Wow, slapped, huh? Slapped so hard, huh? That gerbil is a top, right? Yeah, get him, gerbil. Show him who's top.
No, please. I'm not that kind of...
That man ain't gonna never be right again.
A few of them are still alive today. And if those people, you people who know the truth, it's up to you. If you want to get this off your chest and deliver it the way you want to deliver it.
Here, last summer, Steve Isdahl made a video calling for his viewers to confront Dr. Jeff Meldrum and Bob Gimlin without mentioning their names. He implied Bob Gimlin and the late John Green were part of this great conspiracy to kill Bigfoot and threaten others who knew the truth. The truth being, supposedly, there was a great big Sasquatch massacre that took place in 1967 when this shaky, blurry footage was filmed. First of all, in order to kill Bigfoot, there needs to be a Bigfoot.
They do have an opportunity to come clean on their own, in their own fashion, their own delivery to all of you, if they so choose to.
The cast of characters in this big beyond lie include the Four Horsemen, John Green, Roger Patterson, Renee DeHinden, and Mickey Mouse.
Hi, everybody.
It also involves nefarious, shadowy government collaborators in Canada and in the United States. Sound familiar? This is all M.K. Davis's delusional propaganda, making a mountain out of a molehill. But this molehill was made in Roger Patterson's garage.
Hey, it's me. I want to talk a little bit about the Patterson film.
And then she's out of there. And how much blood is there? You don't know. Understand that what happened down there was not a happy event. There is something to hide, and they definitely have endeavored to do so.
This is what it's like to look down the proverbial rabbit hole. See, Steve Isdahl asked his viewers to confront the remaining living players, and the only remaining person alive as of 2021 is Bob Gimlin and Bob Hieronymus. But Steve Isdahl won't mention Hieronymus, who wore the suit, because it goes against his false narrative. Now here is where we get serious. The next clips are very psychopathic in nature. As a YouTube influencer, this is where Steve Isdahl is in danger of losing his channel and putting himself into criminal liability. Watch.
But I tell you what, there is a group of people that are coming. They're coming for the truth. If you remain to keep going on with this facade and these lies, the pain's going to be just a little bit more for you when we all present the absolute truth of what's gone on, what you've lied about.
This is psychological manipulation. Even Dr. Matthew Johnson can tell you that.
The guy is crazy.
Steve Isdahl, you're a gaslighter. Why would you tell your viewers to approach an old kind man like Bob Gimlin? How would you like it if I made a video asking my followers to go after your
pussy
grandfather? You wouldn't like it very much. Think. You're a moron, man. You're a Canadian. You're supposed to be better and smarter than us Americans. Kinder, too. I bet you were adopted. You smell like a trumper.
If you remain to keep going on with this facade and these lies, the pain's going to be just a little bit more for you when we all present the absolute truth of what's gone on, what you've lied about.
This makes you liable in the event some of your Bigfoot lunatic viewers go out and decides to take things into their own hands to protect these sass, helpless people. I myself had MK Davis followers say they wanted to blow my head off on video.
I'm not scared. I'll blow the motherfucker's brains out if I see him.
Because I challenged their false prophet and his spewing of bogus Bigfoot massacre theories. Where does the insanity end? This is why no one will ever take Bigfoot or losers like you seriously. You ruined the phenomena of Bigfoot.
I tell you what, there is a group of people that are coming. They're coming for the truth.
Give them the same respect you would want someone to give your own deceased grandpa, including John Green, including Bobby Short, who you use as a means to make yourself knowledgeable about a possible scenario you are claiming as facts over the biggest elaborate Bigfoot hoax of all time? Dude, where's your boundaries?
What do I think these beings are?
Tell us, oh great Steve Isdahl, what do you think Bigfoot is?
I don't have the answers. You know, unfortunately, sadly, I'm pretty sure there is a whole pile of information, knowledge on these beings. Somebody's got it, and they're not sharing it, and I don't know why.
Okay, I kind of agree with him here.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Not everything this warped hockey puck is saying is wrong. Well, mostly. But when he has a nugget of gold, I will applaud him. The reasons we don't have this information he is talking about is because there is no information. And if Bigfoot was real, it's either so rare or it's dead by now because of not having a viable breeding population. To quote this great Canadian narcissist,
those are the facts.
Those are the facts.
There's, you come up with a bunch of other various reasons why people aren't sharing the fact about these beings with the rest of the mainstream population.
What's difficult is trying to understand a word you're saying, king of the stuttering spectrum. Hey, Joe Biden, learn how to talk, you idiot.
I can't tell you exactly what these beings are. This is just a topic which is very, very difficult for any human being to wrap their brain around.
Bigfoot is not a difficult topic for any human being to wrap their brain around. Guys, I'm going to tell you what's difficult. For me to wrap my brain around is how has such an uneducated elderly Canadian made it this far in life? You know he doesn't look both ways when he crosses the road. You know he doesn't wear a seatbelt or stop at a red light. You know he doesn't put the seat back down, and you know he's anti-science and anti-education. You know he doesn't even flush the toilet. Just look at him. He probably sticks sharp objects into the electrical socket. And he probably can't find a woman's clitoris to save his life. Right, Sarah? Hey, I can't find it either, but that's my choice.
Sadly, whoever is in control of the knowledge that we're allowed to have, and let's face it, the main population only has access to knowledge that we're allowed to have. And that's a fact.
A moment of intelligence has been found in Canada. Let's play that clip again.
The main population only has access to knowledge that we're allowed to have. And yeah, of course I've got stories on the damn things. They're out here, and I'm out here all the time too.
This is exactly what Bigfoot is all about, stories.
I'll tell the stories as they were told to me from the people who I know and trust who share the stories with me. I won't use their names, obviously.
Of course, because that would mean citing sources and being credible.
They don't want to have all the dumbasses and the idiots ridiculing and laughing at them.
Well, that's my job. And you Bigfoot believers make it so easy for me. The content writes itself.
There's been people, a generation, what's there, 2 generations of people doing this, chasing their tails in circles on this topic, doing the exact same things, coming up with the exact same answers, and dying without the big answer they're all looking for. It's time to cut loose and break free of that damn repetitive sequence of nowhere leading events.
Did this Royal Canadian Mountie fluffer just make a lick of sense? Finally.
Make sure you do your due diligence on any and all characters you're about to associate yourself with or contact or promote, and make sure it's the right thing to do and that they're solid.
Another intelligent statement. My God, he's a broken clock. He's right twice a day. He's batting 100.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Holy smokes!
Once you see one of these things for yourself, you instantly become as much of an expert in the topic as anybody else.
No way. Did he just say another smart thing? He's on a roll. Let's not interrupt him. We like this. He needs to keep making videos like this. This is indisputable here.
I don't have any family that can be attacked or you know, thrown to the dogs, and I'm virtually untouchable.
Now I get it. After watching all of his videos for content for this show, I understand him and where he is coming from. This was probably not intended to be an insight into his vulnerability. God forbid he were to show any. He has zero to give. He is deeply hurting. God damn, Isdahl. I see it now. I get it. I get you. You and I are more alike than what we might want to concede. But I would never tell my little Squatch monsters to go after anyone, because that's my job.
Suck it up and get in their face and spew the honest truth.
No one needs to get in anyone's faces over play pretend Bigfoot. Period.
If you were to put a gun to my head today and tell me to say these things don't exist, I'm going to tell you to kiss my ass and pull the trigger.
Here he goes again, using an extreme, violent and disturbing metaphors. Stephen Isdahl, what is wrong with you, man? Children watch your content. Why do you use horrible and unsettling imagery with your content? Make them feel pain, deliver your message however you see fit, get in their face, good versus evil, kick them in the nuts, suicide.
No Nazi-like control freak lion pricks like the head of the BFRO who takes experiences that people finally get up the guts to share.
Now, as you can see, Steve has used violent rhetoric and threatening vernacular in his after-school videos. And come to find out, the big bad Bigfoot troll Rictor Riolo, that's me, has successfully delivered his message to Steve Isdahl, and he's now recently changed how he speaks to his viewers. Let's watch. Now remember, my little Squatch monsters, that Canadian short bus repeats himself a lot.
Just kick him to the curb, 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 kick him to the curb.
I take credit for that. Thank you, Stephen Isdahl, for being a better person. Now, as a refresher course, you can't use words like Nazis and rape when describing a Bigfoot personality. You can't tell your followers to beat up or confront people you don't like in Bigfoot. That's gaslighting and also criminal. Got it? That makes you liable and punishable by jail time.
I tell you what, there is a group of people that are coming. They're coming for the truth. A few of them are still alive today, and the pain's going to be just a little bit more for you when we all present the absolute truth of what's gone on, what you've lied about.
So, I hear Steve wants me to go and get Bob Gimlin and do something to Bob Gimlin. What's the man thinking? I'm not nuts. I'm not crazy.
You should have thrown your boot into his nutsack too, actually. And if it's not too late, maybe go back and do that.
These bad people have got a big kick in the nuts coming.
So, Steve Isdahl wants me to go kick Cliff Backerman in the nuts. And also wants me to go do Bob Gimlin. What is he thinking? I'm not a hitman.
Meanwhile, in the depth of Steve Isdahl's YouTube followers comes a Bigfoot hitman. The man that will bring down Bigfoot superstars. It's C. Wade Wilson.
I'm coming to get you. Hey, I'm a smarter Bigfoot person than Steve Isdahl. Hey, at least I can try to tie my own shoes. Can you dig it?
You are truly what I would consider the scum of our communities.
You have a responsibility, Stephen Isdahl, when speaking to your uneducated Bigfoot fan base that suck off their guns and think Twitler is anointed by Jesus Christ himself. There will be a pop quiz at the end of this video. To quote you,
those are the facts. You don't have to email me. I don't need anybody to email me. You go ahead and you keep emailing me.
Are you confused? I'm confused. Stephen Isdahl tells people to not email him, and then he doesn't need them to, and then he asks them to. You're preaching against your own doctrine, Isdahl. You're stupid. You see, at first, I was on the fence with this guy. Part of me thought he was smart and knew how to gaslight his fan base and take money from them. The other side of me thought, well, he's as bright as a doorknob and a few squatchers short of an expedition. Oh, God. Oh, I gotta do that again.
A few moments later.
And a few squatchers short of an expedition. It's hard to say that without a straight face. Oh, God.
1 hour later.
Okay, so at first I was on the fence with this guy. Part of me thought he knew what he...
5 hours later.
Let's try this again. Third time's a charm. Originally, I was on the fence with this guy. Part of me thought he knew what he was doing. He knew how to get his audience suckered in and then take money from them. And now, come to find out, after watching all these videos of his, he's as bright as a doorknob. My God, he's a few squatchers short of an expedition. Got through it. But still, the verdict is, Stephen Isdahl is stupid. He makes Scott Carpenter look like a Mensa candidate. I'm Scott Carpenter. I wrote a Bigfoot book.
And then furthermore, what have I heard? You know, it's kind of funny though. I mean, I heard allegedly that this particular guy and this other guy who they call Money Taker were actually caught and recorded on a thermal camera in some kind of compromised embrace in the forest a while back on an expedition. Go figure.
Sadly, I was waiting for you to make a gay joke, Stephen, or gay innuendo, and you didn't disappoint. Leave the gay jokes to me, because coming from you, it just makes you look bad and look like a
pussy.
Now, before I jump into ripping apart his horrible attempt at literary fiction, I want to say I saw a video of Steve Isdahl where he shows us who he truly is. All these Bigfoot videos he has made coming off as some toxic, masculine, authoritative hard-ass is an absolute 100% act. He's actually funny, goofy, and downright adorable. In his gerbil joke video, he shows us who he truly is, silly, And for some reason, he doesn't let that side of him show through these absurd Bigfoot videos.
You ever had one of those moments where you didn't completely think out something before you did it, and you did it, and then you kind of afterwards thought, oh, what was I thinking? Right? So, he comes into the cabin, and it's just him and I in the cabin. The guy's hungry, and I go, hey, here, check it out. Here, read this. I'm standing there, I'm smiling, and I'm waiting for his reaction to start cracking up laughing.
He made that gerbil video before he tackled the Bigfoot subject 2 years ago. The video is called WTF, another story you just can't make up. He's actually smiling in his thumbnail photo. That's the Steve Isdahl who could rearrange my intestines.
Girl?
Not that stuttering, uneducated QAnon Donald Isdahl idiot making Bigfoot videos.
Chew that one up and swallow it.
You know, statistically speaking, Canadians have no testicles. Case in point, Todd Standing, Thomas Seawood, Les Stroud, Steve Isdahl. Put all of them together in a room with me, and you'll have one disappointed homosexual. Let's end this about this man's character and integrity. Let's leave the Bigfoot make-believe world for something that's actually real and more distressing. Isdahl has a nefarious reputation among animal rights groups in Canada, like Thomas Seawood, for his trappings and killings of wolves, as documented by VictoriaAnimalNews.com. He claims that wolves have decimated deer, elk, and moose populations in the province, and therefore must be killed exponentially in all regions. He provides no research on wolf populations, sound familiar? Nor research on specific ungulate populations, only assertion of some hunters that they have been unable to kill as many ungulates as they did several years ago. Sound familiar? This piece of never backs up his claims. He has no authority on wolf populations, and especially any kind of authority on Bigfoot. He may be an authority on how to write a poorly written book, and the reviews are in. Have you guys seen the comments on Amazon? Here, let me show you 3 of my favorite ones. Garbage, the worst collection of stories I've heard yet. When the phrase, "I don't care if anyone believes me," is used 300 times, you can bet it's a pack of lies. Cryptozoology is my hobby, and this book was the worst. Another storybook, about 12 pages of author's experience. The rest is emails already recycled on his YouTube channel. More of a manual to blame government from hiding the truth. Find an editor. Now this one I agree with. Isdahl is great at talking, but writing English is a whole new ballgame. Just in the book's description alone, there is grade school level writing. The interior of the book is riddled with amateurish mistakes as well, starting right from the foreword, which he spells forward. My final judgment. I don't like this who gaslights his special needs Bigfoot followers to harm people. He is in danger of legal jeopardy and complicit to possible crimes. Everyone in Bigfoot is a liar and a hoaxer. There is no such thing as Bigfoot. Period. Just because I think it's real doesn't make it real. So yes, the Patterson-Gimlin film is a hoax, the greatest one ever made. That being said, when I peel back the curtain and see who and what Steve Isdahl really is about, I like him. I get him. I identify with who he really is. And he's a huge goofball who gives zero just like me. The difference is, I would probably bend over for David Paulides before Steve Isdahl would.
Those are the facts.
As far as DNA evidence, we don't have any hairs Hundreds of hairs have been sent to me and to others. Brian Sykes, the late, unfortunately, Brian Sykes, analyzed many hairs. The only thing you're really going to get out of hair for evidence is DNA, and many times you don't actually recover DNA from hair. The National Academy of Science debunked lots of hair analyses that the FBI and other crime labs use. As far as wildlife hair, it really depends on where on the body it's from. Your head hair is very different from your arm hair, is very different from your beard hair, your armpit hair, your pubic hair. I mean, just saying, oh, it has medulla or this or that, you're not going to identify an unknown species from hair.
On the next Off the Rictor.
Its affiliates, or its sponsors.
Metaphysical, paranormal. You know, all those things you've been wondering about? Are you ready to go deeper into the realms of the unknown? I hope you've got your walking shoes on, because life is an adventure, and this is the journey. Come on, let's go. Hello and welcome to the show, everyone. It's Wednesday night, and that means this is the Journey Radio Show. Hey, we're showing up as the She Squatchers. I'm your host, Jen Cruz, and I've got my trusty teammate, Jenna Grover, on the line. Hey, Jenna, are you there?
I am, and I'm super, super excited to see someone I have not seen for a very long time in person. This is as close as it gets, so woohoo!
It is. We haven't seen Michael for like almost a year. It's been almost a year.
Yes, so, I wasn't sure if I should have used his name or not. Sorry about that.
All right. Well, we've got a special guest on tonight. We've got Michael Cook coming to us tonight. He's coming to share his horrifying Bigfoot encounter. Well, let me just tell you a little bit. From the Travel Channel's latest show, These Woods Are Haunted, Season 2, episode entitled, Was it hunting us? Michael Cook, Bigfoot researcher for 20 years.
Well, if this isn't the big, beautiful Bigfoot Club, I don't know what is. Now, I feel like I just woke up in the middle of a Weight Watchers Bigfoot Zoom call. Oh, God, look at him. I don't want to look like him. Oh, I got to go to the gym. I got to exercise. I don't want to look like Michael Cook.